Shoot your shot. Fuck, marry, kill. Kardashians edition.
Yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, nigga, let's interview rap. Interview rap, bro. Shot the
So this little red line at the bottom mean it's recording?
Yep.
Oh shit. You gotta did you do a mic test for this one?
All right.
We rolling.
We're rolling?
Yeah, your shoes in frame.
They are? Oh, okay.
I think it's a great fashion choice.
Oh, shit. Well,
So are those the SpaceX Crocs? Made out of the same stuff that astronaut suits are made of?
I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, these aren't Crocs. That sounds hella bougie, but
Them Brocs?
basically, they something else. I don't know. It's a real brand, but it's not Crocs. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Man.
Well. So, Stephen Mykal, you believe artists should stay true to the art. So in that sense, you like your artist broke.
Bro. Nah, no, I don't want niggas to be broke. No. Like one of my like dreams is to like find ways to help artists get as much money as possible making the greatest stuff they've ever made, because those usually conflict in like the current setup. It's like trying to find a relationship between oil and water, commerce, business. That's important. You got to make bread.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be compensated for the gifts that you're putting into the world, especially if it's real art. But that's why it's also so tricky. It's like, well, nigga, you started off conflicting already. Like, I'm going to make this because this sells. To me, that's not the correct source to create from.
That's interesting because I actually have the opposite philosophy. I'm so great at art that I can go into art with a business approach. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that makes the art any less. And then vice versa. I think somebody can have all the great intent for art and still make something shitty. So I think the intent is like one conversation, and then like the art is another conversation.
Well, but see, they could exist, but I think art is supposed to do something. Like, it's supposed to tangibly have an impact that actually causes us to move forward in some way. And that's where I think commercial art sometimes falls short, where it just keeps us here because it say, hey, it's making money, let's do more. If it ever gets to the point where it stops making us think a little bit differently, then now we just have product. And I love product, but to me, that's a difference. That's not art.
Yeah.
Like, it actually makes me think if the business kills the spirit and kills the creativity, that's when I feel like we're starting to lose art. And that's just my personal belief. I'm not saying I own the concept of art. Obviously, I don't. I'm always
you
learning.
can. Like, we call our attorneys and
yo, chill, dog. This nigga.
So if you come across something that's special,
Yeah.
and then you find out that it was created in a very non-artistic commercial process, you're still like,
well, for
appreciating
one,
it.
I think that's extremely rare. but if and when that happens, I'm like, well, hey, get your bread. That's why we both love, nigga, that non-existent sculpture. I wish I could remember the artist's name. I feel like Googling it because it would be so worthwhile.
Greatest scam of all time.
Well, see, that's where we differ. It could be a scam.
It's definitely a scam.
So it's probably a scam. It's probably a scam, especially in the contemporary art space where it's all really about money anyways. If you can get some money, go ahead.
I'm about to say that whole space is fucking scammed
That's a
out.
whole nother.
Yeah.
And shout to our friends in the contemporary art world.
Shout out to
we
them.
love y'all. We talking about the system. Anyways, I still think it's great art though. You can't have a more challenge to your concept than actually displaying nothing and then auctioning it off and someone paying for it. he's forcing you to think about our idea of what we hold dear and what we hold important. And in that regard, that might be one of the greatest art pieces ever. However, it's probably still a scam.
More often than not, the person with artistic innovations don't have the opportunity to present that on a big scale. So do you think it's okay for artists to take non-creative roles to put them in positions to bring in innovations?
This is the thing, like anything great is not free.
Facts.
Like it's not easy. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that means taking horrible gigs, doing bullshit work so that you can finally get the opportunity to place greatness somewhere where it can actually exist. Because you might be carrying it around on your back for years, you know, feeling the weight of that.
What's that balance like for you? What's the greatest artistic sacrifice you made, and how did you go through those feelings?
As creators, I think we have our own diseases internally that we have to manage and have to figure out. It may be the thing that's in the way of you actually being able to get your gifts into the world at the highest level, and that's a tough thing to accept. For me personally, the biggest point of like pain has been if you know you have an idea but maybe you don't have those resources to execute a vision.
Ryder's put 10 in this hole right now.
It's extremely burdensome because now the question is, well, if I can't make this, then what else am I supposed to do? That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for a human to have to deal with, you know? And for some people, they don't have an answer, and that turns into all type of horrible things for them. And depression and you know, anxiety and people going into anger or doing things that they hate in life because they've given up hope. Now they just make subpar work and contribute to the same thing that they were hoping to help change. And that's torment. Now where I'm at now, it's like, okay, we're in the corporate world now. We're still artists, but we're outsiders, and I accept that, and we know that.
And in these corporate spaces, they claim to want innovation,
but they don't understand how to accept greatness at its purest form because it's terrifying. You know? And like I struggle with that. Like I don't like being strategic. When you really believe something and you know something is real and you believe that it'll impact people, why do I need you to tell me that it's good? I don't need that. I need you to give me the check so that I can help you make a lot of money and put something into the world that's actually meaningful and that will help us move, like see what else we can do. I just have my piece. I want to give my piece while I'm here, and I want to help other people give their piece. But you don't even know that you need this yet. You don't get it yet. You're gonna know when you get that residual check.
Duh.
You still good on both cams, by the way?
We good.
Yeah, can we switch?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay. Alexa, speaking of which, how much time do we have on the timer?
Long Beach is located in California.
Alexa, no,
nah, Alexa.
Stop. We're not in Long Beach, and stop trying to get us popped.
15 minutes. Starting now.
God, these robots.
Was that racist?
What's the word gonna be for niggas that are like prejudiced against robots? Because that's coming.
Like, was that anti-robotic?
Dang, anti-robotic sounds crazy. Would that be considered a race though, honestly? Like if they gain consciousness?
It's a species, indeed.
Of what though?
A species of life. Is life.
That's gonna be the debate when niggas figure out what type of laws are getting made.
I think AI easily will reach levels of self-awareness. Like, it's already damn near thinking for itself.
That's where it gets tricky for me though. Like we're talking about mechanics versus consciousness. Like some people think
I'm about to say, what's the separation? How thin is the line between the mechanics and like because like our Alexa is being abused. Like we need to take her out for a walk. this is physical and emotional abuse.
But at the same time, though, that's all they know. So that's like what they were born into.
That was all slaves knew. Did it make it right?
I think that's a stretch equating Alexa to slavery.
Alexa, what you want for lunch?
Yo, you crazy.
But no, it's doing what it's programmed to do, bro.
They could open up your brain and touch a certain part of your brain and make your arm move.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
What separates us from our thinking from a computer's thinking?
Hey, look, I get what you're trying to say, but as humans, we're born with intuition. You can't fabricate that. So it's something that you either have or you don't have.
What if AIs end up having intrinsic knowledge?
I don't know if that's possible because it's all based on...
They already kind of do, because we feed it A and B and then it creates C. So C technically never existed. I think AI could reach a point to where it could be to humans the same way what we are to like monkeys.
Yeah, that may be the case, but you can't discount like human ingenuity. Even if we're not greater than many species on this planet in very tangible ways, but we're better than them because humans ain't bright. Combination of qualities that nothing else has.
I don't think humans is brighter than trees. Like, nigga, I think we just the most fun species.
Yeah.
Like,
that what you call the bombs getting dropped?
Yeah, like that's just all fun. Like the world is a game to us. It's a video game. So, like we just having fun on this bitch.
Why do the conversations always end up just going so left field, bro?
You know, all my conversations turn into like creative shit. Sexual deviance, religion.
That's crazy how you just put all three of those back to back.
You know, the fabrics of the world, like the fabrics of humanity.
You're crazy. But let me ask this. Does a plant have more of a soul than, say, an AI that clearly has more intelligence? And then at that point, we're talking about like morality.
I think humans are gonna empathize with AI more than they empathize with animals and plants. Animals and plants don't have human rights. We fucked them over.
Well, they don't have human rights. They do have some rights.
They have less rights than humans, right?
Yes, it's on a lower scale.
If they cut down a tree and I don't see it, then I don't care. But if they cut down a tree in front of me, I still don't care, right? But if the AI is performing so much like how we act, that I think that psychologically makes us see them as us, especially when they get their bodies, and then their bodies are more and more looking like our bodies. I could easily see AI having more rights than animals and plants 20, 30 years from now.
I feel it. I believe humans must always be more important than whatever we create, because I believe human life is sacred, because we are the only ones that carry the spirit of the master creator on that level we do. Some call it God.
I got two questions. So the first question is, so you think, I already know your answer though. You don't think you could transmit that spirit to an AI?
I mean, not directly. Like if we transmit even our voice onto a device, is that still us when we play it back?
I can go down a deep rabbit hole on that, but I got an even better question. So boom, all the AIs get together and they go to their AI church, and they worship their AI God, right?
I'm a just play along.
Wrap your head around that, right?
Okay.
Is their God the same God as your God, or is it a different God?
To me, I believe God's spirit is in humanity. I think that's what makes us great and distinguishable.
So
that's my personal belief.
Your dog's God is a different God.
No, I think it's tears of godliness.
Tears of godliness.
Right, no. I feel like, nigga, the most godistic thing that we've done is making AI, because that's literally like, oh, these are my kids, like these niggas trying to be like me.
They your sons?
Yeah, you know, it's
So
a
when the
little
AIs
semantic-y.
when the AIs go to their church and they pray to their God, you basically saying they praying to you.
Well, for one, they're probably gonna be praying to Elon Musk or what's the other nigga's name that just got fired?
Yeah, Sam Altman.
Yeah, they're gonna be praying to that nigga.
They're gonna be like, Sam Altman, Father, we pray to thee.
Yeah,
But what if they pray to
appreciation for-
But what if they pray to Caucasian Jesus, like the people that programmed them? Or what if they pray to Mexican or Black Jesus?
They'll probably praise the nigga that made them more because they'll be like, it makes sense to praise this person. I feel like they may be on some human worship to where they don't turn evil, because that's the fear of people, is that they're gonna be like us. Like,
Well, they don't have a motive yet, so I'm not afraid. I think Ex Machina was a genius movie because, spoiler alert, she was like, I want to put on a dress and go to Times Square and fall in love with somebody, because that's the things that she was programmed on. So that makes sense to me. So if once that happens, then AI's gonna be like, yeah, I want a Bentley, I want a mansion, and then they go fucking out hustle us, and they go outbid us for properties, and they go own real estate, and then they go colonize land like we do. Like if they did anything, they would just do what we do.
So, based on that logic, humans should have equal fear of ourselves and each other. Then, because
we do, nigga. That's what we fear us the most.
But I think people fear AI more, and let's say they do have way greater intelligence. And
that's why you gotta get that Neuralink. You gotta get that Neuralink, bruh.
Good talk, bro. Good talk.
Shit.
Rock, can you give us one last message for all the dreamers watching us right now? What you gotta say to the people, man?
Go fuck yourself.
lived on a hill, a nice young well, for I knew him well, to my run, to my roo-rah-ree.